Hello, I'm Adam Zaks, the president of Microbe Ninja, the hygienic division of DFI. I want to thank you for joining me today as we review the instructions for operating our NinjaGen Compact Hypochlorous Acid Generator. First, let me congratulate you on your decision to join the hypochlorous acid revolution. You are truly on the cutting edge of eco-friendly cleaning and sanitizing. Like smartphones, this little machine may be small, but it does some very special things. Combining only 2 gallons of water, a few tablespoons of salt, and a small amount of vinegar allows you to produce a safe, non-toxic cleaner and deodorizer that is so powerful and effective that it's being used in major hospitals across the country to clean and disinfect their entire facilities, including operating rooms. Hopefully you've had a chance to view our information on hypochlorous acid and have discovered the incredibly diverse number of life-changing uses that it can provide. From hand, skin, and skin cleansing to surface sanitation and air deodorization, even non-toxic agricultural herbicides already approved for organic farming, making plants grow healthier and more productive. Literally billions of dollars could be saved on reducing the crop losses alone. The uses are truly staggering. Plus, no more supply chain issues, no more poisons or flammables to be exposed to, or having to pay to ship heavy, expensive liquids long distances. The NinjaGen Compact is truly an amazing piece of equipment that will change the world. What's even better is that, as you're about to see, the machine is incredibly simple to use, highly productive, and creates a high-quality hypochlorous acid solution that only costs pennies per gallon, a tiny fraction of what it sells for on Amazon. The NinjaGen Compact could produce up to 7.5 liters or 2 gallons of hypochlorous acid at either 200 or 500 ppm of FAC, which stands for free active chlorine, the active ingredient, with a relatively neutral pH range between 5.5 and 6.5. The Compact comes with a complete instruction manual that will provide you with all the details necessary for operation and maintenance. This video is not meant to be a substitute, but we will go over the highlights and the most important information you need to operate the equipment properly. Let's take a moment to go over the parts of the machine. Okay, so first we have the, you can't exactly see it, but inside is what's called the electrolytic cell and the storage tank. These are, again, part of the basic components here. We then have the stand that's holding it up. We have the power supply and control, again going to a 110 outlet. We have the dispensing nozzle. We have the scannable QR code for accessing the training videos and maintenance videos. And on the stand itself is the LCD screen, the indicator light showing the power, and the start and select buttons that allow you to select between the different strengths. So first, let's talk about where you place your unit. Well, you need to place your unit in a well-ventilated location, near some electrical outlet. That's really it. Next, plug the unit into a 110 volt electrical outlet with a GFI. And that's it. We're ready to go. So let's make a batch. So to begin with, we're going to start by filling the storage tank with 2 gallons of water, of clean water. Of course, make sure your nozzle has been turned off so nothing comes out. So we pour here's our first gallon. Okay. Oh, tight. And then the second gallon. We got the splash. Okay. Looks like we had a little water in there, so that right there is 2 gallons. Okay. And then we have to decide whether we're going to make 200 ppm or 500 ppm. Now, for a hand and skin cleanser and typical household sanitizing, 200 ppm is what's recommended. And again, that's our nozzle here, a select button. It's going to take us between the 200 and the 500. So we select the 200. If it's for disinfecting uses, like hospitals that are using it in their operating room, 500 ppm is suggested. So again, we're going to create the 200 ppm solution for this demonstration. Okay. Okay. So the select button again is going to allow you to choose between. We've already chosen the 200, and our next thing, let's see, the operator is going to fill with our scoops of vinegar and salt. So first we're gonna do our vinegar. Actually, you know what, let's do the salt first. I think it's probably better since that's a dry product. So we're gonna do our salt. We just need 2 scoops. There's 1 and 2. So again, the scooper is included in that. And then we need 2 scoops of vinegar. So yeah, that's really pretty much it. So here's our second 1 and 2. Very good. Okay. And make sure that you stir the solution up. And when you do that, don't use a metal spoon. Just use the back side of your scoop here like this. It's plastic. So you mix it up really nice, turn it off, and you're ready to press start. And that's pretty much the beginning of the processing. The NinjaGen will automatically turn off when it's done. For 500 ppm, that's 20 minutes, and for 200, that's 8 minutes. Just FYI, there are EPA registered hypochlorous acid products that are marketed that are 460 ppm, and they're approved to kill every major pathogen that you can think of, from C. diff spores to tuberculosis, and of course, including COVID. We have supplied you with some chlorine test strips that allow you to verify the product of the strength of the product you've created, and you can dilute it if necessary with clean water. Also, a quick note that our larger generators produce over 1,000 ppm FAC. So again, they're going to almost every application be diluted in some way. It should also be noted that many of the products on the EPA's list N of products approved to kill COVID are only 200 ppm. So the differences between, again, the producing of the 2 different strengths is that you're going to add more vinegar for the 500 ppm, and instead of taking the 8 minutes this is going to take, it would take 20 minutes. This still allows for the machine to produce a substantial amount of product each day. And really, that's it. You've now seen the whole process. The process is complete, and the finished product may now, well, actually it's not complete, it's now being processed, and so we're going to turn the camera off, and we'll come back in just a moment when we're down to about a minute, and we'll continue from there, okay? You can see the processing going on. You see the fizzing as the water, salt, and vinegar are being converted. And again, we're down to still about 5 minutes. We'll be back soon. That is it. It looks like we're down to the last minute now. Process will be complete in a moment, and they'll be ready to dispense it. But the next thing we'll actually do when it's finished is we'll go ahead and just take a quick test strip using that chlorine test strip that I was mentioning earlier to verify that it's at the strength that it should be. Okay, so let's see, we're down 1. Should be only a few more seconds. Let's see. And if for any reason it's not where it's supposed to be, the manual will show you several ways of adjusting solution, both up and down. Okay, again, diluting it. Okay, you see we went back to 200, so we are finished. Also, a few other important technical details before I do that test. For some reason, you need to cancel a production run, hold the start and select button together for 5 to 8 seconds. The screen will flash the letters ABT, the time will stop, and the default 500 ppm will appear. The fizz will also stop, the fizz we showed you. So very important, make sure that after each of the rinse, each time you do a process, that you rinse the container with fresh water. Okay, so let's take a test, and again, here's our chlorine test strip. I just need to dip in the solution. Okay, and now we'll give it a minute to get to its proper color, whatever color it's going to be, and then I'll show you. So on chlorine test strips, you have a chart that allows you to take the color that you end up with here and measure or put it on a compare to be able to see which strength it is right here. Okay, let's give it a minute. I see it's running yellow. So you can see we have a pretty strong solution here. Looks good. In fact, let's give it another minute or so. So let's say that you found that the solution was 400 or 500 when you wanted 2. All you would do is add clean water to it and take measurements until you get it to the 200 points. So again, it's a very simple thing to do. It actually looks like we might have a little bit stronger than 200 on this particular unit, but again, in most cases, it's pretty much right on the button with these. And again, it's not a problem. The idea is that if it's too weak, there's a problem. If it's too strong, it's simple to dilute it. So that's really the whole process. Make sure that you read the full instruction manual on all the care and maintenance. And of course, if there's any other questions of any kind, we're always available. We're going to put our contact information on the screen for you. But we're looking forward to hearing about your fantastic results and seeing how we can move forward and help save the world, help clean the planet. Okay, thank you for joining me today. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Okay, one more thing. The test strip has now turned darker or turned to that blue color, so it's actually showing it is closer to 200 here. And I didn't actually show you the dispensing. The dispensing, obviously pretty simple. It's a dispensing tube right here that you're going to shove all the way in until it snaps. And then you're going to take your container, you're going to put it in and turn your nozzle straight so that it continues, and that's pretty much it. This will fill. Obviously, the higher this is, lower this is, more of a siphon effect, the quicker that it does the filling. If you're going to be producing a lot of product, you wouldn't probably use this method. You would just take the whole unit and dump it. Say, for example, you want to make 50 gallons of it, you'd have a 55-gallon drum, and each time you made 2 gallons, you would just dump it in, and therefore you wouldn't be waiting for the product to fill in the containers here. But that's pretty much it. Again, looking forward to hearing how you guys are doing, and let me know if we can answer any questions at all for you.